All right, guys, look, let's be for real. I don't know why I'm up right now, right? It's Friday night, 11:40 p.m. I got my Gemini Titan lights earlier. I got the 4000 and I got the 2500 on this Victor right now. We talking about some serious lighting power right now. And I got my outbound lighting Trail Evo light mounted. So we're going to run all these joints tonight. I'm going to properly aim my beams, make sure I'm not blinding people. So that's something you guys want to always keep an eye out on when you put headlights on your Dualtrons or any scooter that you may own. But I'm gonna try and get the output so that you guys can see it as accurate as possible. This is not gonna be a video of me riding around. I am gonna be riding around, but it's gonna be cold. Got my little Batman vest on right now on my little cape. And I just want to show you guys how bright these really are. Now, the video may not justify how bright they really are. I'm using GoPros right now, and GoPros don't necessarily have a big enough sensor to really show you all the lights. So if I'm not satisfied with the light, I may just go on ahead and use my Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is known for its cameras, and show you the output. So let's go. All right, guys, so we have a very dark section of this trail system here. I went and picked the darkest spot. How dark? I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to turn everything off. Now, the GoPro, I have it set to 30 frames per second. We got 2.7K, the quality, and the ISO is set to 800 sensitivity. All right. So right now I got the GoPro, the little tiny little GoPro light on the top. That's what's showing the light on me right now. I'm going to turn everything off so you guys can see the comparison, and I'm going to voice over which light I have exactly. We're going to start with the 2500, which is, like I said, the Titan Gemini 2500 light bar. That is mounted very low on my kitty bar, but I have the beams pointed. I have them both pointed kind of outward, so they both kind of like just point out on the road. But the kitty bar, that one is set up a little bit lower to kind of give me some ground scatter. And then I got the 4000 on the top bar, the upper kitty bar, to show me like almost work like a headlight. And then the outbound lighting, oh, Mustang's are loud. The outbound lighting Trail Evo, that's a little bit below the 4000 on the bar, and I'll show you guys a picture of where I have these lights mounted up. But come on, let me show you. There's your 2500 high beam, and then there's your 4000. 25, 4000. 4000, 25. So we got the 2500, right? This is the 2500. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it on to put the flashing mode on. So once it's on, you press the light button again, not the power button, but the light button, and it stops, and it automatically goes to the lowest setting. And then you got the medium light output, which is right here. That's the medium. And that's the highest output, which is 2500 lumens. And that's how it looks. Now we're going to turn that off, and we're going to go to the 4000. That's the lowest on the 4000. You see how the beam pattern is like a circular? It's all like concentrated right in the middle. That's the medium light output on the 4000. And that's the highest. Damn, that's bright as hell. That's the highest on 4000. If you're riding on a trail where it's dark like this at night, first of all, if you have it on the highest setting, and this goes for the 2500 and the 4000, if you press the power button, it will dim the light to the lowest lumen output. You see how I did that? So if you're riding and someone's coming, like another bicyclist, another runner, a walker, or anything, and you just don't want to blind them, press the power button and it will dim the light to the lowest lumen setting that light has available. And this is the 4000. We'll turn the 4000 off again. Let's do the 2500. We're going to turn it on. That's the lowest setting. There's your medium. There's your high. Now, I personally think the 2500 is bright enough. That's just my personal opinion. But bonus light, we're going to try the the outbound lighting Trail Evo, so you guys can kind of see how that looks at night. That one also, if you hold the button down until it turns on, it has a daytime flat strobe mode, and it has a nighttime strobe mode. So I think it starts once I'm still holding it down. Boom. This is your daytime strobe mode. This is your nighttime. All you gotta do is press the button, the power button one time, and now you have your nighttime strobe mode, which basically just brightens and lowers it, brightens and lowers it. It's pretty dope, right? And then you press the power button again, just press it, don't hold it, just press it, and it goes back to the daytime strobe mode. Press it again, it goes back to the nighttime strobe mode. Now, if you want to go back to just normal settings, low, medium, high, outbound lighting, you hold the power button, it turns off, and then you just press the power button to turn it back on. We'll press it, turn it back on. And this is just the low. When you have the outbound lighting on the Trail Evo, I don't know about the other lights, but this is the Trail Evo light. So we turned it off and now it's on. This mode right here, which is the first light, it's an adaptive mode. So when you turn your outbound lighting on, as soon as you turn it on, the very first mode, without pressing the button the second time, is called, this mode is called the adaptive mode. So what happens is it'll stay at its brightest setting, right? And then it'll slowly dim down. Not all the way to the lowest setting, but somewhere between the medium and the lowest setting, but very close to the medium setting. It dims down to that level as your eyes adapt to the actual light output. So that's a very cool thing about the outbound lighting Evo. I'm gonna press it one more time, and then it's gonna be on its highest setting. You press it, medium, press it one more time, lowest setting. So you can see the outbound lighting's lowest setting is pretty bright, guys. It's pretty bright. Now I'm gonna turn the 2500, the Gemini 2500, we're gonna turn it on. That's the lowest setting, you see, versus the outbound lighting. Now I'm gonna turn it off. Let's turn the 4000 lowest setting on and see how that compares to the outbound lighting's lowest setting. So see, it's a little bit brighter, but only in the middle. The Trail Evo has a much wider beam pattern, as you guys can see. So it's pretty dope. Let's go on ahead and just go for a ride, and then we'll go back to the studio and we'll talk about these lights. This thing just got some good pull off the line, man. Jeez. Man, you guys didn't see that big ass deer. Holy shit, that thing was huge. The stuff you don't see that we do before we get a video set up. I got holes in this shit, so I'm gonna go find another one. Oh, let's try this one. Yeah, it's a little better, right? Okay. We got the lights here. Audio, right, audio. What are we gonna use for audio? The Amazon Basics Video Micro. Yeah. Amazon actually did make a microphone. Very sensitive, but it's actually pretty good. But nah, Rode Video Micro. Probably about 4 feet from the camera. No, we're not gonna use that. The Rode Video Micro, the Rode Wireless Go 2. Or maybe with the lav mic inside the shirt. You guys can't see it. Actually, this would be a good idea. But nah. How about the Rode Video Micro Go? Or maybe the Loom Cube Video Micro? Did you guys even know Loom Cube made a microphone? I actually got this right when it first came out. It was kind of low key because I didn't see any videos on it. I don't know, maybe someone made a video on it, but should I use this one? Nah, let's get to the lights. Let's get to the lights. We'll figure out the microphones. Oh yeah, I forgot. We gotta get the Dualtron. We gotta get it in frame. Because you guys gotta see the Victor. Anyways, let's start the video. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of legwork for you guys. You guys have no idea how low I have to talk with that being said, let me know below which microphone you think I'm using for this video. All right, just gonna add a little spunk to this. All right, so I do a little bit of legwork. So for each of these models, right, we got the 2500 Gemini Titan, we got the Gemini Titan 4000, we got the outbound lighting Trail Evo light. So I'm gonna put the weight of each of these above them. You guys should see the spec sheets. Gonna have the weight, we're gonna have the lumens. They all have low, medium, and high. They all have a strobe function of some sort. This one right here has 2 strobe functions. It has a nighttime strobe function and a daytime strobe function. So, and a much wider beam pattern. This is the outbound lighting Trail Evo. This light is probably, I'm gonna say it's one of my favorite lights. I do have more lights, by the way, but I'm not gonna mention them because these 3 are definitely worthy of high-speed riding and giving you that output that you need. But they put the light out differently. So as you guys saw in the nighttime video, this one gives you the width. This actually gives you a lot of width and height, the outbound lighting light. I really like this light. It's light, it looks big, and it's kind of big. I guess it depends on what's big to you, right? Pause. But it gives you just scattered light. Just imagine it's designed for trail riding. So it's gonna have a really wide and very bright and strong beam pattern. And it's pretty dope. I like this. This one has a lot of different mounting functions, and that's what I'm gonna like about, that's what I do like about the outbound lighting Trail Evo and any outbound lighting light, is they come with different mounts. They got mounts for your GoPro, like you can mount it to a GoPro mount. It's gonna come with like a little adapter that actually hooks onto the body of the light. That's like, goes with the design of the light. By the way, Outbound Lighting is made in America. It is an American company, a small company, and they actually hand build these lights. So I commend them on that, and it's pretty dope. You can see it. The presentation of it is very simple, right? This light costs like $240 or something like that, but that's all straight pure quality. So this is what the box looks like when you open it. You're just gonna have this cardboard in here. You're gonna have your the mount that it comes with. It comes with, I forgot what light. Oh yeah. It comes with a handlebar stem mount, right? All right, this part of the video, I was about to feed you guys some bad information and tell you that the mount that the outbound lighting Trail Evo comes with will actually fit on your Dualtron. It does not fit the Dualtron. The Dualtron's handlebars are too thin. You need to have thicker bars unless you want to modify it. So that's just the FYI. I'll put a link in the description below to the actual website, right? But you guys go on that website, look around, they got different mounts. They got a mount that can hook up to your Garmin mount. You know, if you have a Garmin arm mount, it can hook onto the bottom of it. Then I said the GoPro mount, then the mount that it actually comes with. So, you know, I leave one mount on my gravel bike, and then the other one, I just, you know, I have a GoPro style mount that I put onto the Victor, which is like right here. And you guys can see it's hooked up. Matter of fact, let me show you guys a closer view of that. And here's your closer view. You can see. So this is a GoPro style mount right here. Or Garmin, I apologize. I say GoPro, but it is GoPro also. This also is a Garmin mount, like the actual mount. This is kind of like a replica, but a carbon fiber type. Pretty cool. Now, if you go to Outbound Lighting, right? You see this right here? You'll buy an attachment for the outbound lighting, and this is exactly what it looks like. This piece right here, you see there's a hole right here that this screw actually screws into that you don't have to drill yourself because it's actually built in by design. So you go on ahead and it'll hook onto here, and then you can hook it up to a little GoPro mount. And then you take a Garmin style mounting system like this one and you twist it in. Book. And just like that, and there it goes. Okay. So the outbound lighting light, as you guys see after looking at how it mounts up, that one is, like I said, it's one of my favorites. It does have a design, and let's show you guys this design I'm going to talk about here. Put these guys down real quick, take away distractions. So the outbound lighting light right here, all right, they have an airflow design. You see on the bottom here and the top here pulls, so air flows in through the bottom, right? It works its way through the light and filters out through the top like a vent, kind of like my Camaro, the Z01, how the hood has vents on the hood. it pulls the cold air out. You have air that goes in through the grill, and then the hot air comes out through the vents on top of the hood. That's kind of like the same design you got going on here. The air will come in through the grill of the car, right? Pretend this is a car front. Air comes in through the grill. It goes inside the system, cools down all the LED boards and everything, keep them cool. It comes out through the vent on the top. It also has this little hood piece right here, as you guys can see, right? That's for helping with the beam focus, to keep the light from scattering too far up in the air. So definitely when you buy these lights, you want to aim them. Make sure you do test aiming in your house. You know, find a good cutoff line so you know your beam won't be scattering past a certain point as far as how high and how low. And then just adjust accordingly. So when you're riding on trails, if you know you're going to be riding in areas where people are going to be riding or coming towards you, you don't blind them. This one is bright, but it's not like annoyingly bright, but people will see you. It's very good. The weight's not too bad. Like I said, I put the specs already, so you guys seen the specs on these things. And outbound lighting, oh my God, we're talking about customer service now. You know, when I first bought this light, it came with a generation 1. I didn't even know that it existed, but at the time, you know, everything's trial and error. I had a generation 1 mounting system, and then I was taking it off my gravel bike and putting it on the Victor, right? This is when I first got the Victor. I didn't have any other mounting solution, so I just was going to just swap the mount from my gravel bike to the Victor every time I went to ride each or the other. So I went to take it off my Victor back of my gravel bike because I went to go for a bike ride. The mount broke. I was screwing it back together. I didn't even screw it tight. It just snapped, and I was like, so I just tried to order a new one. I didn't even think anything about a warranty. It didn't occur to me. I was like, damn it, I got to get a new mounting system. So I sent them an email asking them, hey, you know, my thing broke. I wasn't actually trying to get really wasn't trying to get a freebie. I was just trying to see what other options they had, because I was looking at maybe GoPro mounts. I was wondering what other mounting options they had. And they said, oh, we found your name in the system. And I didn't even tell them an order number from when I ordered it. Remember, this was like 9-10 months ago that I ordered the light, from the time the actual thing broke, the mounting system broke. So I called them up and I was like, hey, you know, what other mounts you guys have? Or I sent them an email, and they responded back within like 2 hours. Probably when they checked their email, they saw it and they responded, guys. I was like, oh, I looked your name up in the system. You had a generation 1. We got warranty on that, so we'll send you a new one. You know, is your address still blah blah blah? I was like, yes, it is. And he was like, all right. I live in Manhattan, Kansas, right? I don't remember where these guys are based out of. It might be New York or something like that. Gosh, I don't even know where they're based. I live dead smack in the middle of the country in like probably a level 3 size city. I don't even know what that means. New York, Chicago, level 3. So level 3 is probably like I don't know, maybe like a 2-3 million populated, you know, city. I don't even know if that many people live here. But anyways, it's not a very large city. That's the point I'm trying to make. I got that mount in 2 days. And you know, right when they sent me that email as a reply, I didn't even like get to reply yet. They just like, boom, we got it set up. And then I saw it and I was like, oh man, let me ask them about GoPro mounts. The dude sent me a GoPro mount. He didn't even freaking charge me for it. He didn't even charge me for the shipping. I was like, damn, that's customer service. That's what you're going to get from outbound lighting. That's what you can expect from outbound lighting. What else can I say? Just the customer service alone is enough for me to I'm always going to look for a light from them. They got helmet lights that you can get. They got packages. You can get the Trail Evo with a helmet light. I actually recommend that if you guys are trail riders. Look, see, I wouldn't even try to make this video this long, but it's going to be this long. But I have to share this good information with you guys. I just have to. On this light, before I blind myself, there's LEDs. So when you first turn this light on, if you hold the power button down, let me just turn it off again real quick. All right, so it's off. We're going to turn it on, but we want to use a strobe mode, whether it's night or daylight, right? Daytime or nighttime strobe mode. You just hold the power button down and wait for it to blink. Now that's the first strobe. You see the lights on the LED, it's got like a little LED pad. When you first change the mode, so this is daytime mode, right? You see how often it's flickering? We're going to go to nighttime. I'm just going to press the power button one time, it'll go to nighttime mode. You see the LED strips? You see it? Press it again. You see it? It changes. Familiarize yourself with that if you decide to get this light, so you know which strobe mode it's in. All right. Now to go back to just normal mode, you have to turn it off. It always turns on in adaptive mode. The very first LED that stays on when you first turn it on, that's adaptive mode. Adaptive mode is going to turn this light on, and within the first 20 minutes is going to slowly dim down, like slowly dim to probably about of a brightness between medium and low, but closer to medium. So your eyes adjust, because naturally our eyes adjust to the actual light output of any light source. Once it's something, you know, just imagine you wake up in the morning, right? Just a good example, by the way. You wake up in the morning and it's light out already. So now you're like squinting, you know, you're over there looking like this and shit. And how long do you do that for before your eyes adjust and now your eyes are wide open? That's what this thing does. See what I'm talking about? Quality, guys. Quality, quality, quality. So they have that adaptive mode as the very first. If you press the power button again, you're just going to be on straight up full power. So it goes from full power to medium power to low power. And if you checked out the specs, when I put it at the very beginning of this part of the video, you see how long each mode is, how long they last. Now this thing has a very unique charging system. Let's talk about that charging system. The charging system on this, it has on the very bottom. So oh, fellow scooter heads, this is exactly why you don't use cheap microphones while doing your audio. Maybe I didn't give up the microphone, but anyways, in this part of the video, I was showing you guys the charging setup. So if you look at the bottom of the actual light, there's a little charging port with a rubber cover. That's what makes it, you know, water resistant, highly water resistant. If you look at the design of it, how it's shaped, the charging port would come from the bottom. You would have to take the plug and plug it into the bottom of the actual light. This is very good for water resisting, because let's say you need to charge and ride. If you have it hooked up to a power bank, which is how you're going to charge and ride it, you can go on ahead. You see that? It's in there. That thing's about maybe almost 1/4 of an inch deep inside of the actual housing of the light. So when you plug the charging cord up in there, you see that? Look how I'm plugging it in. It goes far up in there. Like, water's not going to jump up in there if you're just riding in the rain. It's just not. All you have to worry about, guys, is making sure the actual USB side, the other end of that cable that's not plugged into the actual light, you need to make sure that is secure where it cannot get wet. Hey, you do that, you can ride away, man. Ride away in the rain. But remember, if you're using this for your scooter, unless you have a really good IP rating on your scooter, I'm just going ahead and, you know, going to say just go on ahead and don't even worry about doing all of that. Because you might, you know, you're not going to probably be riding in the rain anyway. But that's pretty much all I got. So I'm going to cut this part of the video short, and we'll move on to the next subject. All right. So the next guys right here, we got the Gemini Titan 2500. Got the Gemini Titan 4000. All right. These guys look the same, right? Okay, so there are differences. I was wondering, like I told you guys earlier in this part of the video, I was wondering what the difference is. So I'm just going to read straight off the back. The 2500 says it's got 2 hours of runtime and max 2500 lumen setting. And then it does come with built-in handlebar mounts, OLED screen display, which is kind of cool actually, by the way, guys. Wireless remote. Yeah, these things have wireless remotes. Can you believe that? So dope. The 2500 has a 30-watt-hour battery. The 4000 has a 60-watt-hour battery. So it's pretty much double the power as far as battery capacity, and double the size, by the way. And you guys will see that in a second. Run times. Let's start with the 2500. This one's going to give you 2 hours, like I told you guys, 2500 lumens. If you drop down to the medium light output, it's going to be 1250 lumens, and that's going to give you 4 hours of runtime. And then you get 21 hours of runtime out of the lowest setting, which is 250 lumens. That is on this 2500. I showed you guys that in the specs. The 4000, when you compare it, is going to give you 2 hours on 4000 lumens. Remember, it's got double the battery capacity, so it's going to be pretty much similar to 2, 4, and 21. 2 hours is going to give you you're gonna get 2 hours out of 4,000. 2,500 is your medium setting. So, you know, the max output on this guy is gonna be your medium output on this guy. That's gonna give you 4 hours at 2,500. And then at 400 lumens versus the 200, I think this one said 250. 250, 400 for the 4,000. Basically, literally everything in half. 21 hours at 400 lumens. So I usually use 400 lumens when I'm riding around the city. If I'm running this one and this one, like, well, I only had these two for just one night, but if I'm running the outbound light in any one of these, I'll just use low setting with the strobe, you know, to make myself visible on some USB type. So you see that LED screen on the back? That's exactly how it looks in real life. Looks just like that. So let's show you guys the presentation of these bad boys. Now, the presentation is actually the same, the exact same. Like, these guys came with the exact same chargers, with the exact same cables. They both look like this inside. You see these bags right here? It's gonna come with 3 of these little Ziploc baggies with a long one and a short one inside. I've used all short ones for my Dualtron. So if you have any Dualtron or e-scooter, unless you're driving something like an X2 or X, like a Dualtron X, something with the really thick handlebar stems, you're going to probably use the shorter of these little rubber mounting systems that they come with. And they feel loose a little bit when you're actually handling them, but they actually don't move at all. So, you know, I've hit some hard jumps, bumps, whatever, and really rough gravel roads, and they don't actually move on the kiddie bars. As you can see, I got the 4,000 up top on the upper kiddie bar, and on the lower kiddie bar, I got the 2,500 down there. But it's going to come with 3 Ziploc baggies, one with a longer one and then one with a shorter one. I've used the shorter ones on the mounting systems on the actual light and the little remote control. So, but they come in these big pouches. This is kind of how they look. Got the little foam here to protect it. This is dope, guys. Like, you know, you see where your money's going. Come with a little pamphlet, you know, you book and file it. Comes with this charger, this wall-in charger right here. All right, USB, and this is the USB charger it comes with. It's USB-C. These also can charge while riding, so that's another good thing. If you have a battery pack, you can and you need to just do, you know, you're doing an endurance run, you're going from state to state, or you're doing a city to city run, and you need more time, more distance, more range out of your batteries. As long as you have a big enough battery pack, you can charge while you ride. Okay. Same thing goes for the 60 watt-hour battery. You see, got the button. Press it, boom. Look how many bars you got, son. Now let's show you how they operate with the remote controls, which, by the way, I got the 4,000 on the right and I got the 2,500 on the left. All right, guys. Now what I'm about to show you guys is going to go for the 2,500 or the 4,000. Doesn't matter. In order to get the remotes to work, as soon as you plug these in, you have to plug these in and have to press the button for the remote as soon as you plug them in. So you plug it in, right? You're going to get a confirmation green light from the actual light bar, and it'll display the actual how much battery power you have on this little OLED display, right? Probably within the first 30 seconds of plugging this in, you have to press a button. You have to press a button. Before I even get into what I was going to get into, let's talk about the controller. All right. Now this controller, and so is that one. I'm going to have to change the battery on that one. These controllers, you don't know how long these lights are sitting for. Okay. So when you actually use them, and if they don't work, like this thing just wasn't working, right? I just swapped the battery out for a new one. Works flawless. So you press the power button, turns it on, right? If you look down below here, let me show you guys that. It'll tell you 100%. It tells you how much battery power first, and then it tells you how long you have until the battery depletes. That's 20 hours on a low setting. So we're going to go on ahead and press the power button again to go to the next one, medium brightness. Let's go. 50%. That's 50% brightness. You're going to have 4 hours, 10 minutes, and it actually gives you a live countdown, guys. Dope, dope. We're going to press it one last time to go into the high settings. The power button now. The power button selects the low, medium, and bright. Boom, 100%. Damn, that's bright. 2 hours and 6 minutes for what I have left on the battery. So that's what you can expect getting one of these things. And the 2,500 has the exact same display, and it tells you the exact same stuff relative to it in this size battery pack. Now, you have it on the bright settings, and you want to dim it down. You see the little headlight button there? You press it. You got to hold it, though. It dims the light to the lowest setting. And you see, it says 10%, 19 hours, 30 minutes. You release the button, goes back to its setting that you had it on before. And then you just press the power button again to go back to the low setting. and so on and so on. And you press that little light button. It's like a headlight button. Press it, and it does nothing because it's already at its lowest setting. But if you go medium and you press it, it dims down to the lowest setting. Now, to simply turn it off, you just hold the power button down. Focus, focus, there we go. You hold the power button down and it turns off. Now, if you want to just flash your lights, let's say your lights are off completely and you just want to flash them. You just press the headlight button. And when it flashes, it's always going to flash on the highest setting. So you can use that as a high beam. Like I said, if you guys need to flash somebody, maybe they have their high beams and it's in your face and it's blinding the crap out of you, and you just want to let them know, hey, turn it down, buddy. Hit them with that 4,000. And this is just the 4,000. The 2,500, guys, works the exact same way. So I'm not going to do this over with the 2,500 because it works the same way. Now, the strobe function, you hold down the power button. We're going to hold it down. You see that? And then it's going to strobe every 3 seconds. That's the only strobe mode either the 4,000 or the 2,500 have. And then to turn it off, if you want to just go to regular headlights, you press the power button once and it starts off on the low. And then you got the medium, and then you have the high. Then you got the low again. You want to turn it off, hold it down, light goes off. Dope. And so with all of that being said, I want to talk about the tools. You guys want to go, and this is the one that I have, and I just went to my local store, Menards, I think it was, and I bought this. Now, I recommend buying this. First of all, it's always good to have tools, all right? It doesn't hurt anybody to have tools. But this tool kit in particular is basically a precision kit, which means watches, the remotes for that LED light bar, anything that has very tiny, small, forehead or flat tip screwdrivers that you need to use in order to open up whatever it is you're trying to open up. This thing has all of them. And you can also put little, they have these little extra group sets like this. There's like 6 of them in there, and then this will be the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and this will be the 7th. And they just got different precision size bits. They all have their little numbers on them. This one says CRV 3.5, 3.6. So you want to get a precision toolkit for the very small things, and you'll find this being in handy for a couple of things. If you want to change your light bulb out in your car, to wedge the little flat tips that come with this type of kit, maybe with a little microfiber towel, you can wedge it between your actual lighting mount system and pluck it on out so you can change the bulbs. I'm not going to get too far into that, but anyways, the Gemini Titans, right? They come with these pamphlets. These pamphlets have all this good information that I'm going to put on the screen right now. And basically that pamphlet tells you all that stuff, runtimes, how to actually start working the light. There are people, I've looked at reviews, people saying, oh, the remote doesn't work. And, they didn't read the pamphlet. The pamphlet tells you when you connect the battery to the actual light bar, within the first 30 seconds, you need to press the button on your remote so that they can talk to each other. And they'll stay like that for who knows how long. I've had them off for a while, but if you do turn your light off, right? Let's just say you did use the remote and you were using it and then you just didn't use it for 5 hours, 6 hours, and you press the button on the remote and it doesn't actually turn the light on. Disconnect the battery from the light bar, reconnect it, and within that first 30 seconds of you reconnecting it, you need to press the remote button. That way they can talk back to each other. It's a safety thing, and it also probably saves battery and stuff like that, But yeah, get you a precision toolkit, read the blood clot start guide, and you'll be good to go, guys. I really, really like these lights. The 4,000 is very bright, as you guys seen in the video. So yeah, man, like and subscribe, man. If you guys use a different light, what kind of lights do you guys use, right? Put it in the comments below. I'd like to know what you guys are using out there on these streets. I first saw this light when I was in New York, riding my 9-bot around, because I had my 9-bot when I got to New York, and that's when I saw the Mini Motors dealer. I saw another guy on the trail system. He was riding and he had these bright ass lights, and I was like, what the fuck? And I had my Cygo Light 750, which is a very roundish beam pattern light, and I guess it was blinding him. Even though I had it pointed down, I guess it was just bright, or maybe he just wanted to show off. I don't know, but either way, he flashed this freaking light bar at me, and I only faintly remembered how it looked according to when he flashed it. My eyes was fixated on it when he rode by, and I was like, what the fuck is that? That shit bright as hell. And I just forgot about it. Found outbound lighting, used their lights on my gravel bikes, and then I started thinking again. My brain started to tick like, what was that light that dude had? So I started looking up like LED bar lights. You know, go on Google, you type whatever you're thinking, and you know, just look through images, and eventually you'll find it. And I'm like, that's it. And I saw it, and I was like, dang, these things are expensive, right? But they're worth the money. So what I'm going to do, right, before I close you guys out and let you guys go, I'm going to find the cheapest links I can find. Now with the 2500, I did find the 4000 on Amazon after I ordered it at another website or on another website. However, on Amazon, the 4000 was the full $299. The 2500 is like $219, and you probably can find that cheaper also. But I did find a link. It was a bicycle shop. They were selling the 4000 for $249. It's a pretty good price actually, because it's always usually $300. So I'm gonna go on and put that link. I'm gonna go look for the discounts, and I'll find the Amazon links. So if you guys want the speed and don't care how much it costs, if you don't care about saving you a little bit of money, then you'll get the Amazon links, and then you'll get the links to a cheaper source. Now I ordered it from the Take a Hike bike shop. That's what it's called, Take a Hike bike shop. It took, they said up to 9 days, 4 to 9 days for the free shipping. And it took about 6 or 7 days before I got it. And like I said, I'm like in a level 3. I'm just going to say level 3, okay? I'm in a level 3 size city. So I'm not in a very large city. If you're in a very large city, I expect you to get it faster. It did come from St. Charles, Missouri, which is over there in the St. Louis area. It did come from there. So wherever that bike shop is, came from there. They packaged it very well. It almost doesn't even matter if it's packaged well. I mean, first of all, these things are waterproof. They're tough. They're built tough. They come in these big old puffy cases with styrofoam that's like ½ an inch thick, and more styrofoam inside of here. Like, I mean, you know, the presentation, guys, is really dope. I still recommend getting the outbound lighting. If you guys ride trail systems and you need a wider pattern, the outbound lighting is definitely going to be your guy. Like, definitely going to be your guy. Because the light output's much wider and very good light. I mean, you guys seen the video, right? Okay, so anyways, that's all I got, man. But like I said, if you guys are using different types of lights, you guys have any recommended lights, go on and put it in the description, put it in the comments below so other, you know, viewers can see what you guys have. And tail light solutions. I'm looking for a tail light solution, and it doesn't have to be a brake light. It just needs to be something that I can mount to the Victor the way it is without me having to do any crazy modifications. So if you guys have any ideas for that, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I got so many more videos to come, guys. As we approach the winter months, I got a lot of different topics that I want to touch on. I probably could have split these up into 3 different videos, and maybe I will if you guys want me to. But I got a lot more videos to come out for the winter time, because that's just not my season, right? I'm in Kansas, and it actually gets cold, super cold here. Not Canada cold, but it gets really cold here. And the Victor is not gonna go out. I don't want to expose the batteries to that type of punishment. So the 9-bot will probably come out. If you guys want to see video on the 9-bot, let me know too. All right, maybe you're just not here for the Dualtrons, you know. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for now. The lights are really good. Hey, the quick starting guide. You guys really, if you get these lights, read the start guide. You can actually charge your phone, your tablet. Well, no, okay, let's be for real. Your phone. If you did get that Xiaomi air pump that I've been telling you guys about in my previous videos, if you have that air pump, you can charge that with your actual battery packs that come with these Gemini Titans. Pretty cool, right? It does have a USB-C. It's not a regular USB input. You have to have a USB-C end, like a male cable, to plug into it. And then whatever comes out the other end, that's up to you. I'm pretty sure they have USB-C to Apple Lightning cables, USB-C to USB-C if you have an Android device that you want to charge, or USB-C to USB-B. You get what I'm saying, okay? So make sure if you're gonna use it to charge stuff, make sure you have all different types of cables with you. That goes, one of the ends have to be USB-C. No matter what you do, you're basically gonna plug whatever you want to charge into the actual charging port, and then plug it to whatever device you want to charge it, that you want to charge. So yeah, that's pretty dope. So now I got 3 extra charging capabilities on the Victor just by itself. Pretty dope. But anyways, I always have a 20,000 mega amp per hour. I'll put that in the description below, the link to that one. It's an Anker 20,000 watt 20,000, what is it, mAh battery pack. There are powerful ones, more powerful ones out there. I just got the 20,000. It was portable. It was just the right size and the right price. I would get a bigger one if you can, maybe one with solar panels, but I'm not going to put any descriptions to those because, you know, I'll let you figure that one out. All right. Anyways, Jay on the Segway. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Peace.